Hello viewers, you are welcome to IDC Learning Center YouTube channel. My name is Mark Okafor. Today we'll be looking at how to find equilibrium price and quantity in economics. So stay with me. Let's look at the first question here. Given QD equals 1000 minus 10p, let me underline it for you. This is the equation for quantity of demand. And Qx equals 100 plus 20p. This is the equation for supply. Now the question says, find the equilibrium price and quantity. I want you to know that at equilibrium, quantity of supply equals quantity of demand. Now look at the equation for quantity of demand of supply, okay, which is 100 plus 20p equals quantity of demand, which is 1000 minus 10p. So you can see I let quantity of supply, what we have here, to equal quantity of demand, which is what we have here. Now the next thing is to collect like terms. Remember I said this happened at equilibrium. 20p, you leave it here, but you have to bring minus 10p, take it to the left to meet its brother 20p. In math, whenever minus sign crosses equals to sign, the minus changes to plus, and whenever plus crosses equals to sign, the plus changes to minus. So here we have 20p at the left hand side. So I'm going to also move this 100, which is a number, to the right hand side to meet 1000. Now bringing minus 10p to the left, as minus 10p crosses this equals to sign, the minus will turn to plus, so we have 20p plus, okay, plus 10p equals, we have 1000 already at the right hand side, but then this 100, you can see it does not have any negative sign, so it's a positive number. As the 100 crosses the equals to sign to the right, it will turn to minus 100. Okay, so 20p plus 10p will give us 30p equals 1000 minus 100 will give us 900. Okay, so to get the p, I'm going to divide both sides by 30. 30 here cancels this 30, so that p stands alone, equals 0 cancels 0, 3 here 1, 3 into 90 is 30. So our equilibrium price is 30. Now that we've gotten the equilibrium price, the question says find the equilibrium price and quantity. So we need to find the quantity. To do that, we need to substitute the equilibrium price, which is 30, into demand or supply equation. So we can work with any of them, you get the same answer. So let me work with quantity of supply. Q for quantity of supply equals 100 plus 20p. That's the equation for quantity of supply here. In math, 20p is same thing as 20 times p. And if you have 5a, it's same thing as 5 times a, and so on and so forth. So a coefficient available whenever they are together, it means they are multiplying each other if there is no sign separating them. So Q equals 100 plus 20 times p. 20 times p will also give us 20p. What is p? P is 30. So Q here will give us 100 plus 20 times p, which is 30. Alright, so quantity equals 100 plus 20 times 30 will give us 600. Our final answer for Q will be 100 plus 600, 700. Alright, I've gotten my answer. Let me just write it out here. P equals 30, the equilibrium price, and the quantity Q equals 700. I hope this is clear. Now let's take another example. Example 2. Find the equilibrium price and quantity for the following markets. Okay. Now, if you look at this question, what we have on the board, they are not well arranged. The quantity of supply QX, we need to make it to stand on its own. All right. To do that, we simply move plus 32 to the right and also move minus 7p to the right. Okay. So once you move both of them, the quantity of supply will stand on its own. As plus 32 crosses this equals to sign here to the right, plus 32 will change to minus 32. Take note of that. Okay. As minus 7p crosses the equals to sign to the right, minus 7p we also change to plus 7p. Remember what I said, that minus changes to plus as it crosses the equals to sign, and plus changes to minus as well. Then for quantity of demand QD, it has to stand alone, so we have to move minus 128 and plus 9p to the right. Okay, once you move minus 128 to the right, it's going to turn to plus 128, and once you move plus 9p to the right, it's going to, as it crosses the equals to sign, it will change to minus 9p. Remember that quantity of supply equals quantity of demand in equilibrium. So minus 32 plus 7p, which is the quantity of supply, is equal to the quantity of demand, which is 128 minus 9p. At this point, we collect like terms. I'm going to leave 7p at the left hand side. Okay, then move minus 9p to the left to meet 7p, its brother. So as minus 9p crosses this equals to sign, the minus will change to plus 9p equals, here we have 128. As minus 32 crosses the equals to sign to the right, minus 32 will change to plus, okay, change to plus 32. Okay, so what I did here is just to shuffle to collect the like terms. 7p plus 9p will give me 16p, and 128 plus 32 will give me 116. To get the p, the equilibrium price, we divide both sides by 16. Divide this side by 16 as well. 16 here 1, 16 here 1. You can see that p here can now stand on its own, equals 160 divided by 16 will give me 10. So equilibrium price is 10. We have to look for the quantity now. I said you can choose to work with either the quantity of supply or the quantity of demand. Let me pick the equation for the quantity of demand this time around. Okay, so I'm picking this. So QD, okay, let me just say quantity equals 128 minus 9p. Remember, 9p means 9 times p. So Q equals 128 minus 9 times 10. Okay, because the p is 10. Q equals 128 minus 9 times 10 will give us 90. Okay, will give us 90. To get a quantity, we subtract 128 minus 90 will give us 38. So we have our answers. Equilibrium price P is 10 and the quantity Q is 38. I hope this is clear. Okay, to question 3. Let's look at question 3. Given the following set of simultaneous equations for two related markets, beef and pork, find the equilibrium conditions for each market. Okay, we are going to, let me split the board into two. We take them one at a time. So for market one, in equilibrium, quantity of supply for beef, market one, equals quantity of demand of beef. Okay, I've explained that before. Quantity of supply for beef is minus 5 plus 15 PB equals quantity of demand, which is 82 minus 3 PB plus PP. Okay, so we have quantity of supply beef equals quantity of demand beef. Now at this point we have to collect like terms. Leave 15 PB at the left hand side. Okay, play safe. 15 PB. Okay, then move minus 5 to the right hand side. Okay, let me clean erase this equals to sign so I'll have space to collect my like terms. Okay, just a minute. Okay, now I'm going to move 80 minus 3 PB to meet his brother at the left hand side. So as minus 3 PB crosses the equals to sign, it's going to change to plus 3 PB. Okay, now I'm going to also move plus PP to the left hand side. So all, okay, so if I move this to the left hand side, the plus will change to minus. We have PP equals 82 is at the right hand side, you leave it there, and move the number minus 5 here. Move minus 5 to the right hand side. Sorry about that. You move minus 5 to the right hand side. Minus 5 will change to plus 5. 15 PB plus 3 PB. I can add both of them because they have the same variable. So this will give me 18 PB minus PP equals 82 plus 5 will give me 87. So I've gotten this equation, let me call it equation 1 from the first market. Okay, so just the same way we equated equation 1, the quantity of supply and demand, we are going to do the same for equation 2. Look at the quantity of supply, pork. So in equilibrium, minus 6, which is the equation for QSP, plus 32 PP equals the quantity of demand, which is 92 plus 2 PB minus 4 PP. Now I'm working for market 2. Collect like terms. I'm going to allow 32 PP to be here, but then I'll move minus 4 PP to meet his brother at the left hand side. Move this over to the left. So minus will turn to plus. You have plus 4 PP. Okay, I'll also move plus 2 PB to the left, which will give me minus 2 PB. The sign will change, equals 92 here is at the right hand side. You allow it to be there, but you move minus 6 to the right hand side. Minus will change to plus, so we have plus 6. 32 plus 4 will give us 36 PP minus 2 PB, okay, equals 92 plus 6 will give us 98. So let this be equation 2. I got it from the second market. So I've reduced this problem to 2 equations and 2 unknowns. Look at what we have here. We have 18 PB, hold on, sorry, 18 PB minus PP equals 87. I got this from the first market. This is equation 1. And then 36 pp minus 2 pb equals 98. This is equation 2. Okay, I'm going to clean the left hand side of the board. I'll have enough space, so you can do it to pause this video, go back and cross check. Okay, and then just ensure you understand everything. Okay, I think I'm also going to just clean this. Now I got the first equation from market 1 and the second equation from the second market. Alright, so let me see, draw my line to split the board into 2. Now I'm going to start from equation, let's start from equation 1. From equation 1 here, you know, we have 18 pb minus pp equals 87. So I'm going to make pp the subject of the formula. So but this pp is carrying a negative sign. I'm going to move this minus pp to the right so that the negative sign can go, and move 87 to the left so that pp can be subject of the formula. Once minus pp crosses this equals to sign, the negative sign will go, it becomes pp. At the other side we have 18 pb. So as 87 goes to meet 18 pb, 87 is a positive number, it doesn't have a sign, it will change to minus 87. Now pp is the subject of the formula. You are just collected like terms. Move minus pp to one side and move 87 to the other side. Then I'm going to go to equation 2 and substitute the value of pp into the equation. From equation 2 now, we have 36. Okay, I can let this be equation 3. 36 pp minus 2 pb equals 98. So I'm going to replace this pp with pp equals this, so I'll replace it with this equation. Okay, so we'll have 36 bracket 18 pb minus 87. I've replaced this pp now. Now minus is my 2pb. 2pb equals 98. Okay, so 36 times 18 pb will give me 648 pb. Look at the minus, bring it down. 36 times 87 will give us 3,132. We have minus 2 pb equals 98. Hope this is clear. Okay, now let's collect like terms here. 648, let's just rearrange the left hand side. 648 pb minus, I'm rearranging the left hand side, 2 pb. So the sign didn't change because minus 2 pb did not cross the equals to sign. Now equals, I'll move minus 3132 to the right to meet his brother. It becomes 98 plus 3132. So 648 pb minus 2 will give me 600. Let me solve here. We now have 646. Okay, pb equals 98 plus 3,132 will give me 3,230. 3,230. Okay, now to get our pb, we divide both sides by 646. Divide the side by 646. and also divide this other side by 646. 646 cancels 646. PB equals 3230 divided by 646. Punch it into the calculator. You get 5 as your answer. Okay, so we've gotten PB. Now we are going to go back to equation 3 and substitute PB into the equation. From equation 3, PP equals 18, okay, P equals 18 PB minus 87. Remember, PB equals 5, so PP equals 18 times, what is PB? 5 minus 87. So PP will give us 18 times 5 is 90. 90 minus 87 will give me 3. Thus, okay, beef is 5 and the pork, PP, equals 3. Okay, so that is the equilibrium conditions for each market. Let's take the last question for today. Look at question 4. Question 4 says, find the equilibrium price and quantity given the demand function, and then we have the supply function. Let's start from equation 2. Okay, solving for P in equation 2, let's just make P the subject of the formula. Okay, here, to make P the subject of the formula, let P stand alone. Move minus 3q squared to the right. The minus will go. You now have 3q squared, right? Plus, no plus. Move plus 10q to the right. The plus will change to minus 10q. Remember, this 5 is already at the left hand side and is a positive number, so you have plus 5. So don't be confused. I made P the subject of the formula by moving minus 3q to the left hand side. The minus will go, 3q became a positive value, plus 10q as it crosses the equal to sign will change to minus 10q. 5 is already there at the right hand side. I didn't touch it. Now we have to substitute what we have into equation 1. For equation 1, P plus q squared plus 3q minus 20 equals 0. Let me split this into 2 parts. Okay, what is P? Look at the equation for P. P equals what we have here. So we are going to use this information to replace P. So we have 3q squared minus 10q plus 5, which is the value of P now, plus q squared, that's, I'm done with P, this q squared, plus 3q minus 20 equals 0. Collect like terms, this 3q squared, now plus q squared minus 10q here, and it's like 10 plus 3q, I'm just rearranging them, plus 5 minus 20 equals 0. 3q squared plus q squared will give me 4, 4q squared minus 10q plus 3q. Minus 10 plus 3 will give me minus 7q. Can liken this minus 10q, I'm owing 10 someone minus 10, I'm owing someone 10q, and I have 3q to pay, I'll still be owing 7, so that's why it's minus 7q. Plus 5 minus 10, so you can also look at it that way. You are owing 20 and you have 5 to pay, you still be owing 15. So plus 5 minus 20 will give us minus 15 equals to 0. What do we have here? Quadratic equation. Alright, so using the quadratic formula, let's solve for Q. Q equals, remember the quadratic formula, look at the formula, minus b plus or minus root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Okay, so here, what's the value of a? The value of a is 4. The value of b is minus 7. Let me bring it out. The value of a equals, the value of b, comma, b equals minus 7. Look at it here, minus 7. And the value of c equals minus 15. Okay, c equals minus 15. Now substitute these values into this quadratic formula and then you get your answer. Is that clear? So let's do that. Q equals minus, now what is b? B is minus 7 plus or minus the square root of b squared. What is b minus 7? Minus 7 squared minus 4. What is a? A is 4. What is c? C is minus 15. Okay, c is minus 15 here. So you divide this by 2 times a, which is 4. Okay, Q equals, here minus times minus is plus, so the minus will go, we have 7 plus or minus roots, square roots, square root of minus 7 square means minus 7 times minus 7, which will give me 49 minus 4. Okay, minus 4 times 4 is 16. Minus 4 times 4 is minus 16. Okay, like look at where I am. Minus 4 times 4 is minus 16. Minus 16 times minus 15 will give me plus 240. Take note of that. Minus 4 times 4 will give me minus 16. Minus 16 times this minus 15 here. Minus times minus is plus. 16 times 15 is 240. So it will give me 240 over 2 times 4. The denominator is 8. So Q equals 7 plus or minus square root of 49 is 7 plus square root of 240 is 17. Okay, so you divide by 8. So you can break this into 2. Q equals 7, the positive sign for plus 7 plus 17. Oh, sorry, I think there's a slight mistake here. So hold on. Let me take this part again. Sorry about that. Okay. 49. Let's just sum up this numerator so you don't get confused. Q here equals 7 plus or minus the square root of 49 plus 240 will give us 289. Then you divide by divide this by 8. Yes. Q equals 7 plus or minus square root of 289 is 17. You divide by 8. Okay, so we can break this into two. Q equals 7 plus 17 divided by 8, or Q equals 7, you pick the minus sign now, minus 17 divided by 8. Okay, so let me round up here. For the first one, Q equals 7 plus 17 will give us 24. 24 divided by 8 will give us 3. Or Q equals 7 minus 17 for the second one will give us minus 10 over 8. Minus 10 divided by 8 will give us minus 1.25. So we've gotten the values for Q. Since neither price or quantity can be negative, we are going to pick the first one as our answer. Since price or quantity cannot be negative, Q will be the positive value, which is 3. Okay, so that's the equilibrium quantity. Then equilibrium price can be computed by substituting the equilibrium quantity, which is 3, into equation. Let's look at equation 1. Into equation 1, since we've gotten Q. So let me clean this side. To get the equilibrium price, since we've gotten the quantity. Okay. Okay. To get the equilibrium price, which is P, you come over here. P plus, what is Q? Is there 3? 3 square plus 3 times, what is Q? You know, they are multiplying. Q is 3 minus 20 equals to 0. So P plus 3 square means 3 times 3, which is 9, plus 3 times 3, 9, minus 20 equals to 0. P plus 9 plus 9 is 18, minus 20 equals to 0. P plus 18 minus 20 will give us minus 20 equals to 0. So P has to stand alone. We have to move minus 20 to the right hand side. P equals minus 20 as it crosses this equals to sign. The minus we change to plus, so we have 20. Is that clear? So we have gotten our answer. Sorry, hold on. What am I thinking? Hold on. This is not 20. Sorry about that. P here. I said plus 18 minus 20. I'm supposed to say minus 2 equals to 0. Okay. Plus 18 minus 20 give us minus 2. So move minus 2 to the right hand side. The minus changes to plus. So we just have 2. The equilibrium price is 2. So we've gotten our answer. They say we should find the equilibrium price and quantity. The equilibrium price, let me write out the answers again. Let me just write it down here. The equilibrium price equals to 2, and the equilibrium quantity equals to 3. Thank you very much for staying with me. My name is microeconomic. Once more, I hope you enjoyed this lesson on demand and supply. I want you to subscribe to this channel if you've not done so, as I will be bringing lots of interesting lessons on your way. For now, I'm going to say bye and see you next time.